Hello guys, welcome back. So I want to read the full patch notes. I already went through and searched a lot of stuff that I wanted to know, and well, there's a lot of nerfs, as I said in the yesterday video. But if you remember, on 0.3 we also had a lot of nerfs and a lot of build was destroyed, but now it's a little bit scarier, especially with a lot of movement speed, nerf stuff. So it's a little bit scary, but we don't know a lot of things. There is a lot of new stuff coming into the game. So let's hope for the best. So Fate of the Wall League, yeah, new mechanic. The temple looks pretty interesting. I hope it will be enough to make the full league interesting, and I don't want this league to end in 2 or 3 weeks, but for now it looks like that. New content, we get the druid, 2 new ascendancies, 20 new skills, super gems, lineage super gems, passive, lot of stuff that we don't know. We don't really know this. Actually, the oracle and the shaman, I saw pictures of them, but it's really blurry, and for the skills you don't have any text to it, so I will wait on that. Sadly, for these it's like before the season release, like 1 or 2 hours we will get a few data mines, but most likely we won't know these kind of stuff, so these are a surprise in the game. We know that Abyss goes to core, that's really good. I think Abyss is a good mechanic. The crafting will change, and I hope they finally solve that lagging issue when the monsters are spawning. It's pretty annoying. We have general improvements, so actually we will have now FPS. I hope so. For me it was not that bad even in the last season. Actually, for me it was fine, but I heard and a lot of comments said that they still had a lot of problem with it. Player changes, so a little bit of nerf of Tailwind, but movement speed is the same. A little bit of attack speed is gone, but overall it's not a big nerf for Deadeye. Based on our attack time is now 1.65 attacks per second. This is 1.4. I mean, it's a little bit of buff, but the magnitude of nerfs down here for attack speed and the hollow palm is like, I don't think this solves it. I mean, the base is okay, it's nice, because everything base is, if the base is buffed, is usually nice at the end, but I mean, the lot of nerfs on it. This is a big nerf on the hat we had. I saw they will remove that helmet. What is the name? Considering anything, I don't know. I thought they will remove it, but no, they just went for this. Actually, it's not that bad, because when a boss nears you, it's count as 1, so you can still have. I think this helmet will be still available, and it will be nice. Rage regeneration now pauses rage decay, similar to other means of gaining rage. This means that your rage will never decay while it's regenerating. It's actually pretty nice. You can maintain rage like more, because there's a few builds. I actually used one, but I used the glove, that really expensive rage glove that was maintain the rage all times, but now it's easier. I don't saw too many rage builds. I don't play warrior, so side note, I don't play any warrior. I don't even know the ascendancies for the titan. I am kind of no titan, but the others are. I don't care about warrior, so if I miss something on the warrior side, I'm sorry. I don't play it. So go and watch King Kongor. He is the full warrior Andy, I think. He will do some patch road need for that. Our rage spending costs have been changed to 10 rage. Rage no longer causes visual effects. Blah blah blah. Well, I used it on Monk actually, on the Tempest Bell. This reforged support gem. it was 10. I assume there is something that costs more or less, I don't know. Interesting. Physical damage reduction from armor can no longer cost to hit to deal 0 damage. This is mostly targeted at preventing cases where multi-hitting player skills could deal 0 damage to armor monsters at very low levels. Well, that's nice. I don't think anyone know about that. Igniting aura effects with the igniting ground no longer apply infinite ignites. I mean, ignites are already pretty bad. They even said it on the Q&A. That is, they don't know what to do with it. Ignites need something more. This is not enough. Ascendancy changes. So this is the part where we are the most disappointed. So on Deadeye, I don't really play Deadeye, but these are not really big changes. On the Windward, well, it's kind of nerf, but Deadeye will be fine if you are a Deadeye main, and I think Fabgun said the same, and I think he knows what he's talking about. Pathfinder looks interesting actually with this. You can go to the source tree or the warriors tree. I don't think I will start with Pathfinder, but definitely later on the season I will try to cook up something with this. But it's interesting because Mark in the Q&A said that it's Witch Hunter and Warrior, not Source and Warrior, so who knows. So Pathfinder was kinda unpopular on 0.3, or I think it was always unpopular, but it doesn't mean that there was... I saw a lot of build on Pathfinder that works well. Also Amazon was kinda baddened because of the crit nerfs. Now we have a Elemental Surge reworked, and Surging Avatar reworked now provides when you consume a charge. So now you consume a charge trigger element. I think, yeah, it was different. So now it doesn't matter which charge you consume, you will have free lighting surges. Now provides when you consume a charge, trigger elemental surge to instead gain 2 cold, lighting and fire surges. Well, not a big change. I don't think this solves anything with the Amazon. Maybe I'm wrong. We will see when the league is out, but these are kinda nothing burger changes. But Ritualist, so Ritualist is actually pretty OP. There is a lot of different builds that works on it, and it's a nice buff. The Ritual Sacrifice, it was kind of unusable before because it was 20 seconds, if I remember right, and now it's pretty awesome. It's like it's a usable early on, but on the end game you won't use it, so still. And this is also nice. So Ritualist got a buff. So Warping a Titan, I won't read these 3 because, as I said, I don't know. I can read it, but I don't know anything about them, and I won't play them. Infernalist, so eating body no longer grunts while on high infernal flame when the light in your presence gain 30% damage as fire damage. Something body no grunts gain elemental archon when you cast a spell while on high infernal. Well, I mean, this is interesting if I read it right, but when you are on high infernal flame, you have the archon. Usually the flame is like, it's pretty fast, going up and down, and you lose it when you are on max. But after you lose it, there is a CD on it, or if you get back high infernal flame again, you will be archon again. Maybe we'll see. Blood Mage is it's like a mystery. I mean, Blood Mage doesn't get a nerf, and I know you would say that Undying Will is nerfed like hell, but you don't need, and the focus is also nerfed, but you don't need these two to have Blood Mage kind of the best spell caster fucking Ascendancy. So I have a build from season 2 which would still work, like next tier level, the Lighting Warp, and you don't need the unique focus. I don't know the name, or I can't spell the name, but I can show it to you. So Red Pill Glow, yeah. So this is nerfed, I know it, but still Blood Mage will be the best choice although we have that Shaman with the Druid that looks nice, but still the base critical hit chance upgrade is insane. So if you want to do spellcast, you still go to Blood Mage. Stormweaver, well, it's nothing again. So I don't know how you are, guys, but I hate the elemental infusion stuff. I don't like the mechanic. I actually don't like anything that requires you to kill something and pick it up from the ground. I don't like this kind of mechanics, and there is a lot of them in this game. I don't like the life remnant, mana remnant, anything like that. So these elemental infusion stuff also, it's just, I think we could solve a lot of better mechanics in this game. I don't know. So I don't like elemental infusion, but it doesn't matter what I like or what not. It's still, Stormweaver is pretty weak, and I'm actually mad. So Stormweaver, I can't write Stormweaver. So this part of the tree, it's fucking useless. This spell is useless, and they didn't change it. I never see a build, and actually, not just I never see, I tried this. I wanted to do something with this. I know now we can't have so much magnitude on the gloves because the socketed items are nerfed, so maybe this tree won't be that useless as it was, but I don't know. So I don't think you will beat Blood Mage with this if you... Well, this is not enough and not interesting, and I don't want to talk about Chronomancer. It feels like that somebody that's doing the ascendancies, a few ascendancies, they don't play the end game. It actually feels like, because I don't know what situation you use that ability that they created, this inevitable agony. It's like this, you put down the spell, then you do damage and the spell expires, and then it's like you're doing a chore where in this game everything dies pretty fast. So why I am this stupid? Why I am this stupid? Curse targets take 20 hit damage, that then by curse again when curses expires. You could have much more with this whole team, the time. And again, the other part, you know, Chronomancer, everything, first, the recoup stuff is not the best. Like, it's the worst kind of shield type, or I don't know how to say it, because Leech is so much better in every level. And recoup is, yeah, you can make cool videos when you're standing on the middle of the creeps and they hitting you and you don't die and you just regain your life. Yeah, it's nice, but still I think recoup needs a little bit of update or a little bit of love, because it's not the best. There is a lot of one shot in this game and you can't recoup that. Even I had the recoup shield with Force Sakidid in last season, and I had a lot of recoup stuff. It was nice, and I played it. Chronomancer was my first character, and I farmed a lot. It's playable, but there are better choices. There are lots of better choices, and everything is a fucking activation spell. Temporal Lift, useless. It's completely useless. Time Freeze, yeah. You are afraid of bosses, but I don't know how this will work now, because we have that anti-burst damage. So we have this anti-burst damage stuff, and now time freeze, it's if you freeze the time, the anti-burst stuff will maintain, or what? This is the question, but I don't think so. So if they, then the time freeze is pretty unusable or useless. And you just don't use type snap to anything. Cooldown spells are pretty bad, and I saw the change on Flame Blast, that they now it's only 10-second cooldown, and it was 15 before. Nobody would use that spell if it was 0 cooldown. So I don't think they kind of lost the plot in a few times. So I'm pretty disappointed on Chronomancer and Sorcerer. It's just don't play it. There is much better choices. Gambling also, that was one build. Actually, people missed it, kinda. The hollow palm technique build that I made, it was pretty good, and I think it was really high tier. It was kind of best on it, in my opinion. And I had like in 1 second 15 attacks, which was pretty cool. And you have a lot of defense because you stacked int, mana shield, because we use mind over matter, and with Walker of the Vines, you were always on full mana. It was really nice. But now Walker of the Vines is gone, you will have a super gem, and Hollow Palm technique is nerfed to the ground, so it won't be available, and also the attack speed lineage gem, lot of nerfs on that side, so gambling is kind of look completely useless now. This is nothing. You can have resist, right? And now you have charges on 5 seconds, so I don't know. Tactician, I don't play Tactician also. I don't really know their ascendancies. I don't care. The everything that comes with totem or minion or this ballista stuff, and now that they are putting the elemental totem in, or what the fuck is its name, I really don't like these kind of mechanics in games, so I don't know about Tactician. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. Witch Hunter, which one now has... Anyways. This is actually a pretty nice buff. And with this is a huge buff. Actually on hardcore, Witch Hunter will be, I think, either top tier. This is a very big protection. Now it's in all damage, so really nice. Witch Hunter will be my build, the one-shot build, if you are here from the last season. The one-shot Witch Hunter build is gone because there are multiple nerfs. But Plasma Blast is also pretty strong, standalone without the Garukan Resolve lineage gem. So we will see, okay? I don't think we will start Witch Hunter, because kind of the crossbow, the movement speed penalty on skills, that hurts the crossbow pretty much. And I don't think we will start with Witch Hunter, but later we will definitely try to recreate the one-shot stuff. And also there is the new boss mechanic, so maybe it won't work like this, but Arbiter already had this stuff. So on the beginning, when he is channeling his fire stuff, that this was the reason you won't make a lot of damage on it when it was channeling, because he had this new boss mechanic. So we will see. Invoker was pretty good. It was a top tier. Like, Invoker is a top tier ascendancy from the start. Let me open Invoker. So this is a buff, but the 30% less sit still a lot. I mean, nice buffs. And Unbound Avatar now will be more sustainable, if I read it right. So just buffs, quite significant buffs. No way, man. This is actually a really big buff. Well, Invoker will be also top tier, but I don't understand why would you do this with Invoker, which was already a really good ascendancy, and you do this with here. I don't know. I already read this and I was disappointed with the whole Chockwilla team. That how I don't know. But this is nothing. So Void Illusion is garbage. This Into the Beach skill is a meme, and Darkness, it's also still a meme. No rework, nothing. It's dead again. For my point of view, I don't see. If you see something here, then, as I said, please comment and tell me if I'm talking bullshit, idiotic things. You can tell me in the comments. I don't understand this. Overall, the full Ascendancy changes are a big L, in my opinion. Maybe the Warriors are excited, I don't know. But I think this is a big L. It looks like they they were kind of not lying, but when they said on the 0.3 release that the druid was ready, almost ready, that was kind of a lie, because they really took their time, and these changes are kind of nothing, and no new ascendancies except from the druid. It's weird. I don't know. Maybe 0.5 will be big. So passive skill tree. There is a lot of node. I mean, that's a lot. So flame ability magnitude has been increased recently. I mean, I wouldn't build for ignite or anything. I don't think this. I mean, Archon is, if they have the cooldown, then it's still garbage. The best builds are done in 1 or 2 minutes a map, and if you have something on with 20-second cooldown, it doesn't matter. You don't want to build something with it. Yeah, so Hollow Palm technique this is a really big nerf. I was trying to calculate it. At the high end, it's a bunch. It's a lot of nerf on attack speed. It's kind of sad because Hollow Palm was with Lightning Fury. It was a pretty nice way to make a build, and I don't know why they go this brutal on it. I know they buffed that glove, but if I don't want to use that glove, you know, I think a keystone should work without uniques, right? Anyway, yeah, there is one thing here. So how rare will be this lineage super gem with the Walker of the Ice? Maybe it will be common. That's nice then, but if we'll be at the territory that's 100 divine orb at the beginning, then it's really changing the game, because this keystone, right? I don't know if, I hope you know what I'm talking about if you watch this video. This keystone that monolith recovers based elemental damage types, this is a really big win for a lot of Ascendancy's characters, or a lot of builds actually. And if they put it on a gem, and the gem will be like high cost, then it's a really big L. It's fire. I mean, I see a lot of buff on these infusions, remnants. Maybe they will be good. I mean, there is a lot of buff later on it, so they must be good. But I still don't like the mechanic. Crimson Assault. I don't know that. I think I never used it. What is this? Building if it's aggregated, base building durations. I mean, 50% more magnitude, and more this is a multiplier. That sounds nice. Well, this is a very big question mark here, that how big of the nerf is. I saw that on the body there is a body armor that gives you reduced movement speed penalty, and they nerfed like from 20 to 5. If I see it right, that's a huge nerf. So if they butchered or murdered it on a tree, that's really big. I mean, the crossbow builds will feel like much worse, and a lot of things feel worse. So I hope they... And the Pathfinder and the Gambling, they have reduced movement speed, but it's not reduced, it's less. And less doesn't stack with reduced, so you can't have 100%. I know its Pathfinder has 50% less, which is nice, but don't stack with this, okay? Which is kinda sad. This is nice because we don't have any area of effect clusters on that part. It is again the die buff. Okay, oh, bow cluster, nice. More Remnant stuff. I really don't like Remnant. I never use... Someone ever use Glory in this game? This is a big nerf for lightning damage. So you end for stacking int. So int stackers are kind of gone. And I mean, Gambling was already gone, but now it's super gone with this. And this is also big nerf. So the lighting nodes on the tree are kind of these are big nerfs, and I don't really understand why is this the way. So why can't we have more buffs on the cold and Fireside. This whole league feels like 0.2. 0.1 was pretty fun. A lot of powers, lot of damage, and then 0.2 was a really big drawdown or back down. They nerfed a lot of stuff, less damage. Only the Amazon Ascendancy was like 60% people was using it. And now it's 0.3 was, they buffed a lot of stuff, and we had more Ascendancies to use. It was not like 60% on Amazon. And now they are doing this again. A lot of nerfs. Instead of buffing other stuff, I don't know. If they want to slow down the game again, then why they give us a lot of speed in the last patch? I never use Companion, and I don't care about it. Yeah, I don't care. I mean, sure, they are swapping into decks. Nice. Disable Font of Rage support gem. Disable Ricochet. Free? What was Ricochet free? Pierces all targets, modifiers, grants inertia, projectiles instead of goes. I mean, okay, so we don't have this anymore. Inexorable critical one support, so we will have more of this. 1, 2, 3. Well, this is the what I was worrying about in the last, the Walker of White's linear support gem. Like, so word drop linear support are now less common overall, and I hope they don't went full on this, because if it's much less, then we won't have too much fun, because all of the linear support gems that are kind of good will be really high price. Already the best one was already really high. Like, a lot of them that I used, it's 70, 80 divine orbs. Now if we have the, what is it called? The, 1 second. The Rakiata's flow, you know, the inverted elemental damage stuff. So now it was always around 20 divine orbs ish, but now what if it will be 50, 60, 70? I don't think this is good for the game, actually. A lot of people will never reach the lineage stuff. I don't know. So the next, this was used for a lot of stuff. Actually, I use this on Ritualist, but mostly people use it on Blood Mage, and it was stacking up infinitely. It was a pretty strong super gem, but now it's kind of gone. Yeah, it's gone. I mean, 40%, but yeah, I think you won't be able to make a only Spark build, okay? Because we now in 0.3 had a Spark build like 60 million DPS or even more with only Spark, and pretty fast. So now I think that won't be possible, but as I said, Blood Mages on 0.2 was already a beast, and these are, you don't need this to make a very good Blood Mage build. Ground support skin 40% fire damage as extra credit previous. I mean, that's nice. These are all buffs. Nice. Now ground killing blows from support. What? Now killing blows from support. I mean, for 5 minutes, it's a full map. This is not bad. Actually, I can imagine if you don't want to use Headhunter, because there is actually multiple times that you don't want to use Headhunter because there are really great belts, but you kinda need Headhunter because it's best in slot for mapping. The monsters modifiers are just, yeah. If you had Headhunter in your lifetime, you would know the difference between doing maps with Headhunter and without Headhunter. So you want the monsters modifiers. But with this, actually, it's kind of open it to, you don't need it. It's nice. So now ground spells 3 times, previously was 2. But I think that this has a cooldown, right? Yeah, 5 seconds. Which is, I mean, previously it sounds nice. We will use this actually on our build, because breaking armor, it's a really nice tool to have frenzy charges with resonance and all. I have build guides about this, and I actually have a full video about frenzy charge in like months ago, so we can do this. This is nice. No longer has supported skills have... What? What is this? Sadly, I am not good with the names, okay? But I think if you follow me, you know that. I'm not good with the names. I'm sure I never use this. Okay. Minion build. I don't know who plays Minion build. I mean, I know Gazi, or how to spell his name, but I don't know. I don't like minions. This is I mean, it's a big nerf. 20% more. This is a multiplier. This is addictive, so it's a big nerf on Rigvalds. I mean, 30% increase attack speed is still, but anyway, a lot of nerfs on attack speed stuff, that's for sure, and this hurts Hollow Palm again. A lot of people use this on crossbow builds. Personally, I didn't use this. There was a Pathfinder build with poison that they were constantly spacebar. I don't know, I don't like that. This is a crazy change, actually. This Arjun's was already the like 100-200 Divine Orb medal, and now grants 100% chance to load a bolt. So it will make your bow to a machine gun, but keep it in mind that movement speed nerfs on boots and movement speed penalty on the 3. So maybe you will fire fast, but yeah, the movement speed penalty hurts crossbow. Sure, totems, don't care. And yeah, this hurts us, the Witch Hunter, the one-shot build. I mean, theoretically, you won't be able to one-shot anything now. I mean, if you wait who knows how it works, like, if you wait for 10 seconds, then maybe you could also still one-shot bosses. But with this, we don't have now the mechanic that made our crit pretty strong. So, yeah, sure. Archon again. With the CD on Archon, it's just... I don't see the build. No projectiles are no longer cause supported skill to gain 4 additional projectiles. What? No projectiles no longer causes supported skills to gain 4 additional projectiles. Substance now deal 40% less damage. Then what? Oh, 6. Oh. Well, this is a big nerf. Okay. Tommy's gaps now instead grant support skills chain 100% more time, 100% more times. What was this before? No way. Actually, this was pretty useful if we use this on Herald of Ice, because you can make Herald of Ice or Armor Break, and you put this on Herald of Ice, and you are breaking their armor, but Herald of Ice can't kill anything. And you can kill it with your spells, and you will get the frenzy charge. This was that I used it for, but now I won't. But it's still possible. But it was a nice tool to secure the frenzy charges. But anyway, but this is actually the die buff again, or lighting arrow buff. Sorry. And the arc is chaining also. Chain super no longer got super skills chains. Well, this is nerfs. Going some more damage per combo now. Oh, this is a very big nerf. I mean, what the fuck? 20. This is a huge nerf. So you won't be available. So a lot of builds are going to the dumpster, because we had a lot of Hollow Palm builds, but they are already in the dumpster. But with quarter stuff, we have a lot of builds that was using this kind of combo mechanic. You upped like 100 was already, it was fine, 100, but this is it's a huge nerf. So these are changing a lot of stuff. So they are kind of murder everything that is boss related. So we need to come up new ways to find the boss killing. Or maybe this is the action we need to have interesting boss fights, but I don't think so. Don't care. This is nice. This is not nice. But yeah, this is not nice. Well, yeah, a lot of nerfs actually. Skill changes. I didn't go through these, so now I try to. The frozen monsters can once again no longer be bound Spectral, yo, I don't care. Summons, okay, don't care. Palm scale movement has been adjusted to reduce cooldown, which the player successfully used. Nice, okay. What? I mean, I still don't know how Firestorm will be. I mean, maybe with the new druid, but it's not like Firestorm, it's not following you, or it's weird to use it. So you cast it in front of you, then the monster's coming on either another way. It's not a good spell, I don't like it. That's it. Whirlwind is... There are too many spells. So this is a spear skill, right? Okay. So we get a bunch of limit skills now, which is nice. Don't know this. It's not that big, but still a nerf. Arc now has now has 50% increased bonded to the shock inflicted instead of it more. What? I am now it's increased and more. What the hell? This is a really big nerf on shock magnitude, which is sad. Who the fuck uses Arctic armor? Nice. I mean, sure. Ball lighting nowadays. This is important because ball lighting is the base of the lighting war build that I made in 0.2, and this actually looks nice, and it's pretty easy to... On a lighting war build you are always generating infusions, and with the keystone you can have multiple kind of infusions, so your ball lighting can be can have fire infusions, and this is a big buff actually, a lot of damage on lighting ball, but you are not using ball lighting on lighting war build to damage. This makes it possible that you can move around the map really fast with lighting war. So you usually use it on the lowest level as you can, because you don't want to spend too much resource on it. But maybe if you have enough resource, then it's a really nice damage. Okay, less spirit cost, nice, but I don't see for now for barrier or custom minion, and I don't see anything for them. Well, that's a really big nerf. So, lot of attack speed nerf, oh my god, lot of attack speed nerf. I mean, that's the skill speed nerf. They really want us to be slow. I don't like that much, because there is a way to do it. They started with that, but then they offer a lot of speed, and then on the next season they take it out. And this is the backlash. We will have a lot of backlash in this season. I mean, I actually always wanted a game that would be so much technical and it would be so much harder. But the masses don't want that. A lot of people just want to sit down. That's why Diablo 4 is still alive today, because you can mindlessly just go and farm and just clicking, you watching a movie on the side monitor or anything. So when they offer more movement speed in one patch and then take out everything that related to speed, that's not a good gaming policy in my opinion, but and actually it's really weird because this is a Christmas patch, lots of people will be home. Anyway, I mean, this is huge buff, like it's doubled. So already Comet was already pretty strong, so there was a Infernalist where you can have the Comet like, actually it was against a really high Union Souls boss, and he almost one-shotted it with 30 million damage with Comet, so Comet was already a really big one-shotter. So I think if that build's still available, I don't exactly know, but maybe with this you will be able to one-shot bosses even with the new boss mechanic, because this is an insane buff. Actually, this is doubled. I mean, this is fine, but detonating arrow is... I saw one build which looks nice with detonating arrow, but it was a really high movement speed build, and now that is gone. So, disengage, yeah, okay, but there is a lot of spells that only people use it only low level. This is nice. Actually, the 60 spirit. Now, this makes it kind of worth it now. The 100 was just awful. Elemental invocation now has 60 increased energy gain and level. Nice. Electrocuting arrow. Does anyone use this attack speed buff? Sure. Escape shot. A little bit of nerf. Explosive spear now gains +1 limit. I think we will start up with spear, because I don't know. So there is the new stuff, but I'm kind of scared that I don't want to waste time on the beginning, and I think with the Glacial Lens build we will reach endgame really fast, and we can farm up. But also I really want to play the new stuff. But we don't know anything about the new stuff, and I don't want to waste a lot of time on the beginning. I don't know. Let's read, okay? Explosive speed now gains +1 limits. Or speeds every general friendly has empowered buff. Increased ignite max. I mean, if you put 10,000 million here, ignite would still be bad. Okay, no, but I don't know. Yeah, sure, okay, but the problem is I don't like the explosive stuff. The waiting between the explosions, it's not ideal, because there is a lot of build that you can insta-clear everything. So why would you use this? I mean, because of fun, okay, but most likely it's not that fun, because when you see other builds works much better. Eye of Winter, I just cooldown on this. A little bit of Fangs of Frost, we will use this for sure. This spell, I mean, my build, my 10,000 combat build, it's kinda under the radar. GGG, really not nerfed anything. Actually, Fangs of Frost and Glacial Lance are, where is it? They are buffed. So on Fangs of Frost, we reached like 3 million DPS in the tooltip. So a lot of damage, and this without the blocking stuff. So and more freeze build up, which is nice. Magnitude of Chill, maybe we can do something with this. Yeah, Flame Bust is like still an unusable spell. No one will use it this season. This is my, I don't know, what is it? I wanted to make a nice Flame Bust build like from season 2, but you just can't, because I wanted to do something with Chronomancer, of course, who don't have cooldown, but it's still, it has damage, but it doesn't feel good. It's bad. This is not the problem with this spell. There's a lot of other problems, but as I said, even if this was 0, nobody will use this. I mean, fragmentation rounds it's not bad, and this is a buff, and the base increased by 50%. Projectiles, I mean, okay, sure. Grants damage, extra skull damage for duration until you mark another target. Okay, more magnitude of chill. Frostwall, lightning infused Frostwall now deals. This is nice buff, almost double buff here also with the infused stuff. They really pushing the infusion stuff, so I assume there will be a lot of builds that will work nice with infusions. They are pushing this very hard. Rosal Locus, what the fuck? This is a lot. No longer this. Let's damage it this. No longer collision. No. I mean, sure. We need to try this at some point if we want to see. It's a lot of text and can test it, but okay. It doesn't look that interesting. The whole spell is just meh. Gathering Storm, perfect timing window has been increased. Now has a much higher dash range. Shockwave now has maximum 20 shock per use. Previously, it's quality now grants. I mean, sure, but you just murdered combo points. I mean, we don't have infinite combo points, then this is... We will see, but I don't think we can one-shot 50 million bosses with Gathering Storm now. But this is a cool looking spell, actually. I like it, but now with the combo nerf, it's interesting. Ghost Dance now have maximum 3 Ghost Shrouds at all game levels. I mean, well, it's a nerf, but I don't think it's that bad. Glacial Cascade, Wave now converse. It's nice, that's nice. And this is actually mega that they buff this. Even attack speed, damage buff, attack speed buff, which is nice because this is base, you know? Base is really important. Like, just you saw that's how Blood Mage work with base crit chance, that if the base is upped, then the increase and the more it's huge. So Glacial Lance don't lose anything with the attack speed buff. I mean, it's hard to say, okay, don't kill me, but this is nice that they make this. So Glacial Lens will be very, very good spell. More freeze up. Even the explosion has more freeze up. Actually, if they would add more area into it here, it would be like mega. And this is also nice. Hailstorm round. The only thing with Spear Start that the first few levels are a little bit, what the fuck? Like the first few levels will be tough actually, because these spells are not buffed, and they are kind of garbage on the beginning, but it's not that bad. Hailstorm rounds now stores, nice. This is nice also. Herald of Thunder, little bit of nerf, but it's, I mean, Herald of Thunder is the GOAT, so this is not that big of a deal. It will still be usable. Okay, but Hexblast has the not cooldown. What is it called? Something with Hexblast that make it bad. Can only detonate curses for which at least half of the duration has expired, so this is make it bad. The Cold Infused Ice Nova actually looks nice, but this is not. I mean, okay, half a second cost time, but still. Maybe we can bring Ice Nova build back, but I don't want to make an attempt on it first run. But maybe it will be possible. But again, the boss fights are question mark. Ice Shards. Somebody use that skill. I actually saw someone make a nice build. I don't know. I mean, Ice Shot was really nice. There was a build with Ritualist, but you needed the Undying Wheel for it. But I think Ice Shot is a nice build and a nice skill. It still will be available on the next season. Okay. Incendiaries. Lightning Arrow no longer bypasses the charge of time on Lightning Rod's burst. Huh? Yeah, this is the nerf here. But if Fobgun said that it's not a big deal, then it's not a big deal. I am 100% sure. Lightning Conduit now provides 10% more damage with hits per 5% shock effect on enemy. Previous with 10T. Big nerf. There was builds that you can use this to one-shot really high HP bosses, so I think they want to put an end to that. Sure. Lightning Warp. Explosion and Shock Ground radius now 3 meters, nobody cares. Shock Ground now lasts 8 seconds, nobody cares. If used on an enemy that is not under the call threshold, it will now apply a debuff that will cause its normal warping behavior. I mean, this is it doesn't really matter because you don't use it. The call threshold, it doesn't matter because you explode the lightning balls when you using this spell. The other way, there is no point to use it. So this is like, I mean, interesting, but it's like you don't need this. You are exploding the lightning balls. Getting in on a 3 seconds, sorry. I mean, okay. Nice buff on Living Bomb. This is the infusion, fire infusion generator that people use. Little bit of buffs here and there. Buff on Perfect Strike. Plus now has 15% increased magnitude of shock inflicted instead of more magnitude of shock inflicted. I mean, this is a big nerf. We will see. We will try Plasma Burst build later. I think we can work on something. This is nice. Primal Strikes needs plus melee strike range. Like, it could be a really big skill. I mean, really cool looking skill, but now it's... I saw builds that used it pretty well with custom crit on Lightning Warp, but this is nice change. And this is also nice. Rain of Pharaohs, nobody cares. Raise Zombies, okay. Rapid Assault, big buff. Reap. I mean, Reap was not that bad. I saw a build that was pretty nice, and now with higher critical chance, it's really nice. Raw Mount, I mean, okay. It's a Raw Mount angle, but the Glacial Lens build will be really nice on Raw Mount, and I really don't like Raw Mount. I said it multiple times now. I don't know why they are pushing it. I see, effectively, this will be the only way to make this, because they are nerfing the other stuff on the tree. So, and you can only use this with spear and bow. So this is again a kind of dead eye league. Okay, the druid, we don't know the druid, but I mean, I was actually hoping nicer buffs on the other side. This is weird. So nerfing movement speed and attack speed, it's for everyone. This is not how you try to contain that eye, because you are nerfing everything. Skeleton, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Oh, if I understand it right, Shattering Palm now causes an explosion if the target dies while you are dashing into them. If it's only, or I am stupid? No, I don't think so. They can do that. So, I mean, if you don't have the Shattering Palm explosion when you just hit the enemy, then it's a really big nerf. But it sounds like now causes an explosion, so it's a plus stuff, right? Because Shattering Palm is actually nice with the... I had a Monk build, and even a Chronomancer build with it, and it's really nice. There's an enemy and strike, it's an attack, if it's way of cold. Yes. I think that's just the plus stuff, the explosion. So maybe Shattering Palm looks nice. Shock Chain Arrow, I don't even know what is this. I know a few things, a lot of things about bows, but I didn't really played it. Oh, this is the home ones. I mean, sure, it looks like a buff. Heal Charge, it's a buff. Siege Cascade. Well, with the Tactician, I mean, this is a huge buff. This 100% more damage. It's a lot. It's a lot. Even increased 100%. This is really big, actually. This is a buff. This is nice. Now you have the buff for more. Spark. Cold Infused Spark. I mean, sure. Okay, Spark got hit with the lot of nerfs on the other stuff, but I mean, it will be still available. Spear of Solaris. I think this is the spell that nobody uses for ever in the game. Removes generate on monster powers glory for the skill. Now generate 1 glory when you inflict a freeze. Shock or ignite. I mean, sure. This is a buff. Staggering Palm. Projectiles now deal. I mean, this is a nerf or a buff. We don't see the previous one. Yeah, it's a buff. Staggering Palm is nice, but it was nice. I was using it with the Hollow Palm, but now Hollow Palm is kind of gone. So, and the projectiles and the normal projectiles are gone, so the Staggering Palm projectiles won't work the same, and we have much less attack speed. Staggering Palm projectile buffs duration will now only start decreasing after the first projectile has been generated. Oh, that's nice, so you can stack up. I mean, this looks interesting. But with this line, Staggering Palm now grants this buff, primes enemies stunned or killed while you are dashing to them. Storm Lance, Frenzy Charge, Empower Lance, Shock Ground durations now nice. Don't care, that's nice. That's cool. That's also cool. Okay, nobody cares. I don't really know toxic stuff. Sure. Oh, Vertic Mark no longer makes the target suspected to shock or causes an explosion. Instead makes the target more suspected of being electrocuted. And the lightning grants you buff, which you can gain extra damage as a lightning damage for a duration or until you want. I mean, this sounds like a nerf, like a big one. Vertic Mark was really nice. It gives you a lot of shock magnitude. To be more fluid. Now has +1 second total attack time previously. Okay, now has +1 strike. Okay. I mean, this is nice. So this was, I think this skill was used in the reveal yesterday. They used it a lot actually. They were showcasing it, how cool it looks, but still there was, I mean, I think there will be builds for this. Windancer gave us now. Whoa. Yeah, I mean, Windancer was, if you try to use it for damaging ability, it was a massive screen clearer, so you can use it for a really big explosion. So now it's like 50%. That's a very big nerfs. Okay, unique items. Actually, here we can have a lot of stuff that kind of makes for the lot of nerfs up in the patch notes. Okay, sure. I don't recall what is this. Oh. I mean, this is a big buff, and this is also, so it's an other league again, like 0.1. This is really nice. You can actually have like 6 jewel slots, so don't forget that we have less jewel slots, but kind of have 6 or 7 jewel slots, and the 150%, it's a lot, but keep it in mind, it will be really expensive. But I think we can do something with Adorned. It was dead for 2 leagues straight. So we will see, but this is a huge buff, and it makes a lot of stuff interesting. Nice little, I wanted to say a lot of armor stuff by the legendary or the unique category. It's so bad, like it has nice stats or nice mechanic on it, and the armor, the energy shield, and the evasion is like 30. I mean, okay, they should buff a lot of them. Okay, it's... Oh, Choir of the Storm now has... Whoa, interesting. Okay, a lot of resist stuff. Really? I mean, this is the jewel, so we don't have the... I mean, this is a really big buff on Metamorphosis. It was already a good item, especially if you here, because you can have a lot of good node with it. What is this? I don't recall again. Okay, don't care. All the titles now has others. I mean, sure, this is they buffing something that is already one of the most used stuff and really expensive. You always want Order Reserve. Nice. I really love to see a lot of increased armor stuff on every unique. This is a really nice thing, because that's kind of stuff that makes a lot of unusable. Rapid Glow now has non-trending. I mean, yeah, it's only 3% now from 5, but okay, it's not that big actually. If you think about it, Blood Mage is Blood Mage, so you have a lot of critical hit chance already, and this is still stands, so it's not that big. There's a lot of stuff here that I don't know by name, sadly. Here, anybody use that? I don't think so. Increased int, I mean, it's a buff. Everything is buffed, luckily, in the unique. Not everything, of course, but there is a lot of unused unique. I was talking about a lot of time about uniques, but nobody cares. I don't really like uniques in this game. The stuff in it that's changing the build, or it's like they are opening up a lot of opportunity with uniques, but I don't get that. There is one line is good, and then it's like the other stuff on it is useless. I'm missing the generally good uniques. Like, you have a lot of good uniques in Diablo 2. I'm kind of missing them, but here uniques has a complete another purpose, and I don't really like a lot of them. Pretty useless stuff. I mean, sure, but okay. This is nice. Maybe this will be usable. Oh, Queen of the Forest. No, okay, this is gone. Thunder Fist critical palm skill now is 15% base critical hit chance. Okay. I mean, okay, but this don't solve the hollow palm problem. What is this? I mean, anyone use that armor? Because I didn't see any good build. And now they are nerfing it. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, the Storm Lightning Bolt skill now has 5 cooldown uses, previously one. I mean, that's a buff, but still. Maybe it will be usable. I'm still useless. Nobody cares. Yeah, and this is yeah. This is gone. I mean, it's double, triple, quadruple nerfed here, and now as this line. I mean, you can stack up it, okay, but it will take a while. You won't have that insane. I mean, it was felt like a bug, so this is not their fault. So this item was felt like a bug. You had 10,000 life regeneration. It's okay. And yeah, we have a rune socket stuff. So they are renamed, and you can't use it. They are limited now. So the legendary ones or the rare ones, you can't use them multiple times in gear, which is actually, I think we need that, because now the use case of the attack speed and the move speed stuff was like really high. They were very expensive. So this is a nice, I mean, this is the movement speed and attack speed nerf also, and there is a lot of attack speed nerf with this. So yeah, new modifier has been added to bows. Okay, this is really nice. I think lightning bolt leveling with two-handed stuff will be pretty easy and fast. So that's the two things I'm I mean, I will talk at the end. We are almost at the end. I won't read the bug fixes. I don't care about that. Oh, okay. Nothing interesting here, or maybe, and I miss it. I don't know, but they are not. What? A little bit of nerf on the spears. I mean, spears was already bad, but I don't think this will really affect the glacial lens build, or we will use crossblade spears. But definitely nerfing base stuff is always pretty huge at the end. You need much more to have the same result if you nerfing the base. Okay, so that's always usually they nerfing something base that's bad. And it's really interesting actually, because I don't think Spear had a bad season on 0.3, and they are still nerfing it. Okay. And there is the nerf on the essences. I know we won't have the same plus 3-5 attack skills, but the increased spell damage, they really want us to be slow. Every movement speed aspect stuff is nerfed, removed, fucked. I think they hated 0.3. Absence increase unique monster affected grants monsters, increased life, increased experience. I mean, the endgame change with the maps is really nice. That's one of the best part, that we don't need to craft the fucking maps that much. It was a chore and I really hate it. I even had a poll on it on my channel, and it was just too much. Lot of crafting for just go for a fucking map. That's why I stopped mapping. I did like 500 Zestron in this season, or even more. I stopped mapping because I hate to craft the maps. And it's really nice that we have the fucking Delirium Fog is over. It's kind of killed my PC and I don't know why, but it's over. I mean, we still have the fog, but not the same. And the best line what Jonathan said, that you don't need, you always had to go on a Delirious map if you wanted to do the highest content, and they don't want to do that. So I'm so grateful for this. I hated everything about that fog. And now the tablet is nice that the tablet numbers are actually better, much better. They are tight, and it will be nice with the towers. Yeah. Yeah, so I think this is kinda it. I don't care about this. We have the boss stuff changing. I am pretty curious because I actually would love to have better boss fights in the game, because this end game, this pointless. But the sad part is that now the end game, it should look like this, because now if you change the existing boss to have a much harder fight with them, then a lot of players will hate it. So this is the problem. I don't understand why we can't separate stuff. So like the new boss they added, it should be a hard boss fight. You can customize that boss fight. You don't need to change all of them to the same boss fight. So I don't understand why we can't have the one-shot type of content, and why can't we have then another type, that the challenging part of the... I don't know. I don't understand why can't the two activity coexist. I don't know. I don't understand. You can make a boss like really hard without to modify the others, but I don't know. Interesting. I mean, my full opinion on the patch notes is not the patch notes. The problem is they promised that the 0.4 is the big end game changing stuff, the rework, and it's not. This is the problem. They promised it, and a lot of people are kind of they are mad. And I understand why are they mad, and I understand on the part that they don't have enough time. We're getting a lot of stuff, and this whole patch note, we are not talking about these stuff. Maybe the new league mechanic will make a lot of builds that we now think they are dead. They will make it better, and they will make it available again. So we don't know a lot of stuff, and it actually looked interesting, that whole temple stuff. I am really waiting for it, and the pinnacle boss fight. But overall, they need to stop promising stuff. That's one thing, and the ascendancies need more love. Okay, so I think that's the worst part of the patch notes. The ascendancies are really weak. There are strong ones and there are dogshit ones, and this is the worst part, because the ascendancy decides your whole game, and I really hate that we have so many weak. I think the gap will be now even worse than last time, so they should really focus on this a lot more and make them a lot more interesting. This is the worst part of the game. For me, I don't even care about the end game. I mean, of course I care. Okay, sadly the end game is only about movement speed now, and that's it. But so we will start with either a spear start and Fangs of Frost and Glacial Lance, or we will start with druid and with lightning bolt, two-handed stuff first, and then trying out the new skills, of course. This is the two ways I see. I will try to make practice runs, and I will try to upload the full spear run, for example, from 0 to tier 15, and so on. So this is the two builds that I have in mind. The only thing is I'm kind of scared from the new stuff. But usually when they do a new class and the new skills are usually broken. So maybe I'm worrying too much, and it will be really nice. But from the dragon form that you saw, the skills mostly unusable on or waving form, but sorry, they are mostly unusable on high-end maps, like when you fly up and it looks cool, yeah. But just try to imagine with the end game part of the game. So you want a pretty big area damage with pretty fast attack speed and movement speed. This is what you want, but that slowly flying up, it's not working. But okay, we don't know anything. We just saw a few glances of pictures. Yeah. So overall, I'm really happy about that something happening, because this 4 months, it's really long, and I don't play PoE 1, I don't play D4, I don't play like kind of anything else. I stopped playing with. I just don't play when the season ends. So it was really long, and I'm happy about that. But the patch is not the best, that's for sure. Actually, like, just few endgame change would be really nice if would have made it, but no. And the Ascendancy is really weak, I thought. I was like 100% sure that we will get new Ascendancies other than the druid, and really big reworks on them, and no. So yeah, this is it. I think this is a very long video, so mostly no one will watch it, but those who are actually at this point and listening to this, I'm really grateful that you watched it, and tell me your opinion, really what you see on the patch notes, what I missed. Maybe I missed a lot of stuff. I don't play with a lot of stuff, so maybe my judgment is not the best, but I'm trying to give you what I see, and yeah, that's all. So thanks, and stay tuned. Bye bye, guys.